Hello, welcome to Wrestling in Mom's Basement. This is going to be the retro review for Survivor Series 2013. Of course, I'm Patrick Young. This gentleman to my right is my co-host, Joe Venuto.
Survivor Series 2013 took place November 24th, 2013 from the TD Garden, Boston, Massachusetts. The attendance, 13,500. Commentators on Cole, Jerry Lawler, and John Rush Layfield. The main two matches here are John Cena versus Alberto Del Rio for the World Heavyweight Championship, and Big Show versus Randy Orton for the WWE Championship. While those matches aren't the most interesting in the world, there is one match that had people's interest. Daniel Bryan and CM Punk had both been having issues with the bizarre cult leader Bray Wyatt and his family. Those two paired up tonight faced the whole family. Wait, was it a tag match?
That was a tag match.
Face Harper and Rowan. The real story picks up when Bray himself gets involved down the line. So let's get to it. The open video tells about how Survival is a mostly forced transition to your usual hype video for world title matches. First, Rey Mysterio, Goldust, and Cody Rhodes versus Real Americans and Shield. Elimination rules, of course, and the Real Americans are Jack Swagger and Cesaro, for those that weren't watching at the time. And the Usos are the twin Samoan High Flyers.
In case you're not watching now, which we understand.
They're not really that.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Ricardo Rodriguez is on Spanish commentary. Coulter, Zeb Coulter was a very proud American who wants all non-Americans to leave the country. Does his usual routine before a match before attempting to twerk, because all over wrestling showed me about that. Tony Ambrose get things going as they trade waist locks. This is actually the 1 year anniversary of the Shield debut. They trade waist locks to start, but Cody takes over some right hands, having Ambrose pound in corner. Rose comes back with even more punches. As Cole tells us that Friday is Lawler, Coulter, and JBL's birthday. Good to know. They all share the same birthday with your mom.
Yeah.
No, we can't.
Yeah.
Wait, I got your dad's date confused. Wait, Nicole's birthday. Our girlfriend Nicole.
Yes.
She dates 3 guys.
Sure.
Ambrose pounds away in the corner, but gets an argument with the referee, allowing Cody to get a quick roll for the elimination. Everyone breaks down with the Usos clearing house, and then dives to all their opponents. We saw down the Goldust versus Rollins, buzz quickly off to Swire, drive Goldust in the corner. Jack takes him down. Cesaro comes in with a knee drop for 2. Cole messes up his history by saying Andre Giant was the sole survivor of the first Survivor Series match. That'll be the main event of the first Survivor Series. And the 4th match ever at the time.
4th Survivor Series match ever, yeah.
Goldust gets a backslide for 2 on Cesaro, scores a power slam, and Joel Berger puts both guys down, but Cesaro is able to tag first. Swire comes in to miss Vader Bomb, allowed to take a hot tag off their Mysterio. He easily takes Swire down, stuff to 619, and it's a super kick from Jimmy, followed by a super splash from Jay, eliminates Swire. Cesaro immediately comes in on an uppercut to Jay, stuff to Cesaro, swing, defense counter with swings, but it's only 15 revolutions, so he must have been tired at that point. Jimmy comes in with that tag, gets a swing of his own 19 revolution swing. Cody gets the tag and scores with a sunset flip out of nowhere for the elimination, leaving us with Rollins and Reigns versus all 5 members of the L team. Reigns comes in where Cody's arm as to Jay instead. Roman easily tags it in the Shield corner, and the 2 Reigns members take over with the alternate tags. Rollins comes in with top rope fist to Jay's Joel, and we...
Sorry, Sable from 03 is on the screen.
Chinlock. It's okay. Rollins said Chinlock.
And Stephanie in 03.
Hot take, sidebar. Stephanie, Sable 03, 04 is higher than Sable Attitude Era. That's what I went there. I think she looks better than she did in the Attitude Era. Now looking back on them. She was like a classy older woman there, not some mature, not some slave hoe, like she was in Attitude Era. Alright, moving on. Sable fights out of it though, and backdrops Rollins over Jay Foy out of it. Not Sable. And backdrop Rollins over the top. Allow the tackle to Jimmy. Slow drop gets 2 on Reigns and a run Umaga attack by Rikishi. And of course he's in trouble. Jimmy goes on top but has to headbutt Reigns down. He jumps down, but the spear is enough for a quick elimination. Cody comes in with a missile dropkick, followed by the moonsault press for 2 on Rollins. Crossroads connects and Reigns takes the blind tag, allowing him to spear Cody in half for elimination, leaving us at 3-2. Shields catch up. Jay comes and takes Reigns in 4, sending him into the barricade and posts back in, and Rollins makes a quick tag to set the blackout. Okay. Set out the curb stomp. 4-way to blackout.
Yeah.
To eliminate Jay. Leave us with Rollins and Reigns versus Goldust and Mysterio. Is Ray versus Rollins with Mysterio getting a quick dropkick? Only to go up top and club the trio low. Back to Reigns, who sends Mysterio on the floor, but Reigns makes it back in 9. Reigns' spear goes in that push by mistake, but Rollins knocks Goldust to the floor to prevent the hot tag allowing Ray grabs the rope out nowhere to get rid of Rollins to make it 2-1. Rollins stomps on Mysterio a bit before the room and big advantage. Ray slices with Reigns' legs, catching him on his guri before setting him in the corner with a drop toe hold. There's a hot tag to Goldust, who gets 2 of a spinebuster. He pounds down right hands in the room in the corner before a power slam with Sue. Reigns comes right back by countering the Bulldog with his spear, and it's 1-1. Ray tries to 619 to make the spear in half as well, giving Reigns his star-making performance with his 4th elimination for a win.
I thought it was a very good Survivor Series match, but only just very good. Very good. Not anything more than that. I thought it was a good opener, and I thought it had a lot of interesting moments, and I thought it did a good job at building up Reigns. But I just kind of wanted a better Survivor Series tag match, that's all. But still a very good match.
Yeah, it was a total star-making performance for Reigns, as he was completely unstoppable out there. Save for a meaningless fall over and Uso. Reigns literally got a elimination for his team. They were clearly saying with the Summer Special that the results since have been very mixed. Great.
I gave it a B.
B minus. Backstage, Jordan interrupts the Authority meeting once they start their all on the same page to start. The Authority talks down to him before telling him to go and prove his worth on his own. Intercontinental title, Curtis Axel versus Big E Langston.
Oh, you also forgot to mention the opening promo from the Authority.
Oh, yeah, no.
That said they weren't going to get involved tonight. Physically get involved tonight.
Intercontinental.
Because you know you need that on pay-per-view.
Intercontinental title, Curtis Axel versus Big E Langston. Langston defended here. He's the power lifter, incredibly strong. This is the rematch where Axel lost the title Monday before, so why change the title? Why not change the title here? Axel grabs the headlock to start, but Langston easily powers out. Then Trey leapfrogs until Langston runs around with V's. Axel sets his apron, and forearms Langston down to the floor. The first advantage. The fans chant, "You can't wrestle," presumably at Axel. Though the same chant Big E won surprised me. Axel hits a hanging neck snap and puts on chin lock on that Langston power out and suplex Axel down. There was the Warrior Splash, but Axel kicked the knee and gets 2 of a perfect plex. Not that matters as Big E grabs Curtis for a big ending to retain.
Yeah, it didn't really seem like anyone cared about this match. The commentators weren't all that into it. The crowd wasn't really into it. I wasn't really into it. It just seemed like the match was just there to be there.
Did you see it's wearing that blue jumpsuit?
Yes.
Oh. Well, at least it was short. Lollipop too. This is one of the least important title matches I can think of in a long time, as I don't even think Axel believed he was taking the title here. Obviously here basically was an extended squash for Langston. That's all it should have been too, since they couldn't do the title change here due to reasons.
I gave it a D.
D+. Post-match Langston cuts a promo that will make Mick Foley proud. Mention Boston 3 times in about 20 seconds. AJ gives a semi-maniacal speech to her teammates.
Maniacal, you mean?
Yeah, that's what. Which they take as her just saying she's burying them. AJ said yes, she's buried because they're just here because they're not good enough to be able to tell deeds. The promo basically buries the entire division by pointing out how worthless all of them are. Rebellion is eminent, even though AJ gets a great line.
However, that's not the only time they'll get buried tonight.
AJ gets a great line. Ditch your own show by stealing this one. Team AJ versus Team Total Divas. AJ Lee, Tamina Snuka, Summer Rae, Alicia Fox, Rosa Mendez, Caitlyn, Oksana, Bella Twins, Funkadactyls, JoJo, Ava Marie, Natalia. This is a result of the reality show on the network called Till Divas. This show resulted in Diva Champion AJ Lee going on an incredible rant about how she was a wrestler, not a reality star. Some of you. The Funkadactyls, Cameron and Naomi, are, just in case you didn't weren't watching time, are Brodus Clay's former dancers. Ava Marie and JoJo were hired to only be on Till Divas. Alex,
for some reason, they decided to give wrestling boots to.
Yes, I'll give you a little background on the woman you might not know, just because there's a lot of people in this match I want to hear right now. Oksana is Lithuanian and not very good.
Yes.
Rosa Mendez is even worse. Summer Rae is the dance partner of a wrestler named Fandango, and Caitlyn is the anti-diva. Compared to the rest of them.
Yes.
The Till Divas come out in a big line to the show's theme song because they're so close on that show. Naomi starts with Alicia, rolls on for a pin in just over a minute. Somehow the fourth most talented person on that team was eliminated. Rosa avoids a rear view but gets caught in a double suplex by the fucking Dax. Dactyls. Mendez comes back with a quick kick to the face to eliminate Cameron. Thank you, Rosa. Only to be taken out by a Bella Buster from Naomi. Might have been Nikki, who the hell knows. Naomi, Nikki.
I think it was supposed to be Brie. I think it was Brie.
Naomi, Nikki, Brie, they all look like. It's 6'5" now. So here's Summer dance a bit. Nikki does the worm, and we're in a dance hole. Another Bella Buster gets rid of Summer, and it's time for Ava Marie, who's booed out of the building. Caitlyn only needs a gut buster to get rid of Ava, and results in Naomi. Then another gut buster takes Naomi out as we weren't even 5 minutes into the match. Brie avoids the spear for Caitlyn, takes her out with a missile dropkick. Alexandra comes in and pins Brie after an AJ cheap shot and spine buster. Nikki comes in and pokes Oksana in the torture rack backbreaker for the pin. I'm not skipping anything between these falls, by the way. Tamina headbutts.
He really isn't.
Tamina headbutts Nikki down a few times. But the Bellas come back with an Inzaguri. Natalia was taken down by Sulfid, the camera miss. That resulted in JoJo versus Tamina. Sucka toys of her gets rolled up for 2, only to kick JoJo in the face. There was a Samoan drop for no cover because AJ wants to get a pin. Natalia's joined in the corner by Tamina, but the Monstrous is in charge because called the sharpshooter. AJ tries to save, but I can't get there in time, and I think Tamina may have tapped. Natalia reverses a quick AJ roll up into the sharpshooter for a submission, leaving her and Nikki as the dual soul survivors.
This wasn't half bad. It was all bad. there was literally nothing good about this match. It was just quick eliminations. Hey girls, go out there, don't waste too much time. Hit each other with your finishers. In some cases, not even that. Just get out of there until you get to the final 3, and then do some stuff with JoJo and make her seem like she trained. She didn't.
Other than their looks, nothing was good about this. The whole thing was a way to show that Till Divas are awesome. While making it clear most of them are models who look in little outfits, but have no business ever being in a ring. AJ continues to be exactly right about everything she said. But the movies decide that reality stars are heroes in our book.
Because some bucktooth dude has to run a show. F.
Orton tries to get Charles Robinson on the side to reveal. The expert panel looks to talk a bit, but Ryback cuts him off. He says he's the talent here and she's an open challenge to anyone on the roster. Here's his answer. Mark Henry versus Ryback. Henry was shaved bald now. This was the debut of Bald Henry. And shoves Ryback around V's. Ryback is thrown around, but gets taken out by shots and knee. Henry shoves Ryback to the floor for a 6 count. But Ryback comes back in with a headbutt. Some JYD old 4 headbutts get 2 for Henry. But Ryback takes the knee out again. We hit the chin lock on Mark before he fights out with World to V's. World Shoulder slams count. Ryback spine muscles him down. The meat hook is countered with something resembling crossbody, and the World Shoulder slam gets hit.
At least the torture was short. It wasn't technically bad, but it was just boring. Nothing really happened, but there really wasn't a reason for it to be on.
Yeah, this is stereotypical of a power match as you could have ever asked for. Henry didn't look good here, and was way too aloof out there and lazy. rather than being the monster that got him over for good. Ryback is destined to be changed to, at this point, all those losses he suffered in the last year.
F.
That was nice, D. It wasn't terrible. We got a panel talks a bit. We recap Cena versus Del Rio. Nothing special to say here. Cena won a title last month, and this is the rematch. Cena helps from no arm brace despite having to take a few months off for a surgery.
That's technically the story.
World Title Championship John Cena versus Alberto Del Rio. Cena's defending after some big match intros were ready to go. Cena grabs a waist lock, which goes to nowhere. So Del Rio pulls on a headlock, taking him down the mat. Del Rio flips 3 and just 2 over snap suplex, and we're going to armbar. They head outside for a bit with Cena going shoulder first and then steps. Back in and top rope forearm to Cena's shoulder gets 2 and we hit the armbar again. This was really slow paced so far, with Del Rio talking a lot of trash and not following up on most of his offense. Cena starts to come back, but misses a shoulder block to keep things right where they had been the whole match. They head outside again with Cena being sent and steps again, allowing Del Rio to do the "you can't see me." Back inside, we hit the armbar again as we're somehow pushing 10 minutes into this match. Cena tries to come back with his finisher sequence, but gets caught in the backstabber for 2. Del Rio's up top again, but gets dropped out the air and put both guys down again. Cena's finisher sequence is broken up again by thumb to eye, and Alberto gets over DDT. Alberto is sent to the floor and has to dive in and beat the count. Cena does the finisher sequence at triple speed, but the AA is countered into a German suplex for 2, but the corner is a Guru misses. The SCF is countered, Cena grabs a tornado DDT for another near fall. Del Rio takes him down there and stands around a lot before putting John in the trio blow. That goes nowhere. Cena avoids a charge, send Del Rio into the post. The top rope famous for this too, but SCF is broken by a rope. Del Rio's low super kick gets 2, and a net breaker from Cena gets the same. Del Rio grabs an arm breaker out of nowhere, but Cena counters into a powerbomb to escape. Another arm breaker was counted, and the AA retains Cena's title.
Yeah, Del Rio and Cena really just don't work well together.
Yeah.
This may have actually been their best match, but it really wasn't anything to write home about.
The lack of drama crippled this one for me. There was zero doubt for me who was going to win, and the only question was whether it would be the AA or the STF. Del Rio just isn't a threat to Cena at all, and he never has been. Why WWE insists is going with that match time and time is beyond me. They should just put Alberto against like Big E for a while, get Big E a Rumble Rider, but they need to keep him away from Cena.
C-.
D+. Santino and R-Truth play with toys. Los Matadores, Primo Epico are both fighters, by the way, if you did not know. Fandango and Johnny Laurinaitis come in for some old funny comedy. Well, Johnny was funny, and okay, that was nice. We recap the Wyatts versus Punk and Bryan. Not much of this one either. The good guys are heroes, and that's not cool with Bray, so he says monsters should have world, but there are no heroes. Wyatt family versus CM Punk, Dale Bryan. Before the match, Bray tells about Sister Abigail, tell him how tough Bryan Punk will be. There are the Reapers though, so Punk and Bryan should run. Bray's promos have always been strange. Bryan and Rowan get things going with Daniel firing off the kicks to the legs. Rowan usually throws him down while Daniel takes him in the corner for a tag with the Punk, which doesn't get a huge reaction. Harper comes in charge of the boot in the corner when the rip away Punk's face, chop him down. Back to Rowan for a beer hug, but Punk fights out very quickly. Punk escapes the suplex. Bryan comes in to try a double suplex on that Rowan suplex both guys down. Bryan drives Rowan in the corner and for some double kick to the ropes to put Eric down. The crowd doesn't seem too interested in the match for some reason at this point. Back to Harper is taken into the hero corner as well before a double drop kick puts both guys down. Bryan fires up the kicks and plays Brick to Punk's heart attack. Rowan tries to come in and a distraction as Harper kick Punk's hell for 2. Rowan cranks on Punk's neck for a bit for getting 2 off a backbreaker. Back to Harper for an uppercut. Followed by a quickly released gator roll. Rowan gets caught talking to the sheep match, which Cole finds strange for some reason. Harper gets 2 of a Mission Nuka driver before it's back to Eric for some more neck cranking. Punk gets a boot in the corner, side Rowan and run DDT puts both guys down. A double time brings in Bryan face Harper. Daniel starts his usual sequence like Lucas Lopez to the floor and a flying goat suicide dive. Takes Harper out, possibly like it might have injured Harper's knee. A missile dropkick gets 2 and there are the yes kicks. The run dropkick in corner staggers the big man. Harper counts the top of Hurricane Raleigh into a super sale powerbomb for 2. The fans think this is awesome as Bray yells at the family. Rowan splashes Bryan for 2 and the second heat segment begins. Harper comes in with some forearms to the back and Punk kicks him in the back of the head to give Bryan a breather. There's a hot tag over Punk who takes Harper down, but he dives on Rowan and Bray instead. Luke down to Mosh elbow connects on Harper for 2. Everybody's down. The run knee takes Rowan down. And Punk counters a discus lariat into the GTS for the pin on Harper.
It was a good tag match. The two teams worked pretty well together. I thought the match really picked up at the end sequence, though.
Yeah, it was an old school tag formula. It worked perfectly well. Punk and Bryan are good choices for matches like this. And there's nothing wrong with the Wise campaign. The Mighty and Few was Bray in the ring with either of them.
That's true.
And that was certainly coming in the future for Bryan. Bray embraced best match of all time. Bray teases getting in but stays on the floor.
I gave it a B.
B, A+, Steph.
While Joe...
I'm all grown up now. Sorry.
Are you done?
Did you see that?
Yeah, it doesn't... Yeah, it doesn't... She doesn't look like that anymore.
But she still looks great, though.
Yeah. But she doesn't wear the short skirts
Yeah,
anymore.
no, shame on her. Better than that Dino dress she wore around this time in 2015.
That's
She
true.
was like Dino. Cena talking to, the Authority about something when Orton comes in and glare him the Viper Celestials. We recap Big Show versus Randy Orton. Orton's supposed to be the face of the WWE, but the Authority is already confident. Big Show's weaseled away the title match due to the threat of a lawsuit which could take over an entire company because that's what heroes do. They've been brawling for a few weeks and Big Show looks dominant while Orton has no backup tonight. I wonder what's going to happen. WWE Championship, Randy Orton versus Big Show. Orton's defending and is on 4 and a second her bell rings. He tries to get back inside to show how confused he is tonight. He gets chopped loudly by Big Show. More slow offense sets up more chops by Big Show. But Orton comes out with a drop kick and some kicks to the head. A knee drop gets 2 for the champion. We hit sleep. Big Show loudly says 2 clotheslines. Before he hit 2 clotheslines, they call for a chokeslide. Send it Orton at 4. Back in, and Big Show slams it down before going to the top rope, only to be crushed on the top rope. The elevated DT out of the corner puts Big Show down. Orton poses a lot. Show grabs a chokeslam out of nowhere for 2 and loads up the KO punch by Orton deals to the 4. The big man falls in the 4 for his Orton and the ropes. Take out the referee in the process. Randy finds a chair but gets slapped out of his hands before they go into the crowd. That goes nowhere, so they head back to the ringside where Orton tries to elevate DT again. Only to have Show escape. And hit the KO punch. Back inside the Authority, come out for a distraction. Allow Orton to hit a quick RKO. The crowd chants for down Bryan while they're annoyed at the match. Orton hits the punt to retain.
Literally, the one thing I liked in this match was Orton brought back the punt kick. Other than that, this was the worst match on the show, I thought. Especially for the main event. Boring as hell. It just seemed like they were doing things out there. Nothing special, nothing really good.
I don't know what the heck it was. Unfortunately, it was exactly what most people were expecting. Big Show was trying more, it felt like. But there's only such you can do while Orton says a third of an 11-minute match. Running, not counting the interference of the end. Hard main event by distance substitution, which was Big Show, I think.
I guess.
Yeah.
F.
Post-match here, Cena to hold the World Heavyweight Championship. While Orton held the WWE Championship, I think they wanted that to be WrestleMania. It will see, but it will actually be the next month.
Overall, I'm going by my grading system. If the main event's an F, it's an F. There were, I'm going to say this, there were bright spots to it. 2
matches.
Yeah, 2 matches. They weren't truly great where it helps the show, but I thought they were good enough for this card. The rest of it just felt like a complete mess. Just stuff thrown on there for the sake of taking up time or literally just to promote Total Divas. Nothing truly great. Couple things that were good. The rest of it kind of sucked.
Yeah, F for me too. The show has moments. The open tag and the Punk Bryan Wyatt tag. But they totally lost me around the time of the Henry match. The card was about the same as it felt like it was going to be, with a few good matches, but a little cure about the main event scenes. Orton vs. Bishop was as enough as a match as it could have been. So at least he lived up to the hype.
Yeah.
And interference is just predictable. This shows they feel necessary. That wasn't their worst effort either. That's what I shares. Our pay-per-view for this Monday
It's going to be.
WWE Armageddon 2006.
Huh.
Did we do this one?
I don't think I've ever watched that one in full, so no.
Okay.
At least I haven't.
Well, I know I've watched it in full. I just want to sure we did. I know it has one of my favorite matches in the combat or something.
The ladder match?
Yeah. Inferno match, King versus MVP. WWE Tag Team Title 4-Way ladder match, Brian Kendrick and Paul London versus Daytona and Wayne Regal versus MM versus the Hardys. The Boogeyman versus The Miz. Chris Benoit versus Chavo Guerrero in the United States title match. Cruiserweight title match, Greater Hills versus Jimmy Wang Yang. Last Friday match, The Undertaker versus Mr. Kennedy, and Tag Team match main event, Batista John Cena versus Finlay and King Booker.
It'll be interesting to see that. Again, I've never seen this pay-per-view
That
before.
grade has to be done because of those two matches that are under-recommended.
Yeah.
Because that grade doesn't match up with that card on paper. Mine's Boogeyman is though. Everything breaks 10 minutes, so that's a good sign.
Except Kane and MVP.
You know what? It was so little. They said how big that match is. Yeah. Other than those two matches, everything else breaks 10 minutes. Not over this. We'll be back on Monday with this. Up next are Roll SmackDown Live 205 Live NXT and NXT UK reviews for May 6th. So see you then.
See you then.